Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and since I reviewed A Bug's Life, I decided I should also review this. Because I realized, didn't this came out the same year as A Bug's Life? I'm talking about Antz, which is also a 1998 animated film that it's not the same premise, thankfully. It's just about bugs and insects as well, where we meet Z, who's an ant that's a worker, and he's very sick of this position in life. Trust me, we can all relate to that. He wants to go out and get more out of life, see what else is out there, and he falls for the princess that's really kind of sort of out of his league, and almost kidnaps her. As messed up as that sound, but while he's out there, he becomes a martyr for all the other ants who look at him and think, I want that too. The main leader, General Ant, voiced by Gene Hackman, he's like, well, we're going to get this guy back, and we're going to stop this whole charade and hurrah for once and for all. But Z does come back, does help the people, and this film I enjoy. I do. I remember seeing A Bug's Life as a kid, but Antz, I definitely watched this a lot as a kid. Not only did I see it in the theater, but I remember having it on VHS and just watching it over and over again. And I don't know if at the time it was because I liked it more than A Bug's Life, but right now, watching them back to back, I can say that today I do. Today I do enjoy Antz more than A Bug's Life, and maybe some people will say, don't compare it, why are you doing that? They're two completely different movies. I'm mostly doing it not just because they're about bugs and ants and they're animated, but because they came out in the same freaking year. What do you expect? How can I not look at these movies and think of them in similar veins, especially if in real time they came out within a few months of each other? Let's talk about the voice cast, because both movies do have good voice casting. This film might have a slight edge though. Z, the main character, is voiced by Woody Allen, and some people might say, Woody Allen, I'm not gonna watch it, boycotting. I'm not somebody who has a huge opinion on Woody Allen one way or another. I haven't seen a lot of his directed movies or acted movies. To be honest, I haven't. So I thought his voice was well. It fit the character, and I think he did a good job. I did end up liking Z a lot more. And Sharon Stone does the voice of the Princess Bala, and Sharon Stone, her voice is distinctive. So I did like her in that way, but the character was a little snobby, snooty, especially, well, when you first meet her, she's about to get married to the Gene Hackman ant, but she wants like one night to have fun and be normal. So she goes to this bar where all of the normies are. She meets Woody Allen and they dance and have a good time. And of course he falls head over heels for her. But for her, it was just a fun night out, and she's kind of sort of using this poor guy for her to have fun. When he confesses his love for her, she's like, dude, get over it. And maybe I understand her point, but the way she came off, I thought, I'm not going to like her. Of course, over time, though, when they're away from the colony and they're out there dealing with what they're dealing with together, they grow closer together and she becomes a little more likable. Gene Hackman, like I said, plays the General Mandible, who, just hearing Hackman's voice, I think just because it's his voice, it just sounded like Lex Luthor to me. And Gene Hackman isn't even my definitive Lex Luthor, but still, his voice, when I hear it, I hear Lex. Sylvester Stallone, I completely forgot that Stallone was in this film as a voice of Weaver, who not only is he the big military ant, so he's big and ginormous for an ant, but Stallone, distinctive. As soon as you hear him, it's like, yeah, that's Rocky. and even the animation of the ant's face, it looked like Stallone, which is kind of weird, but true. Some more voice casting. Jennifer Lopez, completely forgot she was in this film. She sounded really young, but I don't know exactly how young she was because this is like after Selena. Christopher Walken, who was almost the right-hand man of Gene Hackman, and you almost could have seen him cast as the lead villain in many ways. Danny Glover too was in a more side character role, and Dan Aykroyd, who what happens to his bug wife character, I felt for. I did. There were so many points in this movie where I laughed, I had fun, I felt sad in certain moments that I was supposed to. I liked a lot of the adult humor. Maybe you can argue that some of these jokes aren't the best for kids, but at the end of the day, first of all, kids aren't going to know a lot of what these jokes mean. And second of all, I grew up to this, and I turned out just well, didn't I? Maybe not. Either way, I like Antz. Maybe A Bug's Life has a little better animation and graphics. I don't know. Maybe it does. But Antz, I think the story I can get behind more. The characters I enjoy. It's one of those rewatchable movies that just reminded me why I enjoyed this as a kid. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Antz. What do you think of it? Do you want to compare it to A Bug's Life? Which one do you like more? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!